Jack, are you reading me? Do you want to save your mission data up to this point?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Mumble, mumble.
Oh, this is where it gets fun, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, we might be able to
Yes.
just finish this tonight, to be honest.
I mean,
Your mission
Why
data's
not?
been saved.
yeah. It's not even 10 yet.
Is he still alive?
I thought there was more than this.
I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man. Wake him up.
And Cole's like, that's only 3 databases. Nicole, you can talk and chat.
Yeah.
It's been a while,
No.
hasn't it?
No.
Jack the Ripper.
It's fine.
What are those
Who
tentacles?
the hell's this?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you?
No!
Grown.
It's Doc Ock.
I know!
Concentration of
Oh,
cerebral
Brad, no!
influence.
What is
Have they
this
altered your
game?
memory, too?
What, you don't remember this?
Hi.
No. Do you remember Metal Gear 1?
Yeah. Okay, so that's Solidus.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't look like this last time I saw him.
Well, he didn't have...
He did not have his tentacle arms. No, he did not.
Yeah, no.
You're correct. And he's got a couple more
Oh,
surprises
it-
for
oh.
us.
This is my son. I taught him everything.
Okay, see his eyes all bad. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got his eye, blah, blah, blah.
Jack,
Wow, he
I
is
never
naked.
thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me.
Daddy?
The 80s. A civil war.
Hall and Oates.
You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the relief center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
Hey, aren't they the
We'll
Patriots?
use him like you
No.
suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them.
I mean, technically they're part Dead Cell, but...
This is such a cool part to come into, Nicole, by the way. You have no idea
Yeah.
what's going on with that arm.
Could it be that he's here too?
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
You flatter me.
What's up without the Octo
Is that so?
I mean,
Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
well, I'm out of here.
Got a redub of Metal Gear Solid 2 where
This situation,
Kiefer
I
Sutherland
find it
is
very
Solidus.
nostalgic. Where am I?
I don't know.
Inside Arsenal
Keith or
gear,
Sutherland
of
wouldn't be
course.
Solidus.
Actually,
Perfect clone.
we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses.
No, 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 no.
I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you?
We'll talk later.
Yeah. Thank you,
A foul wind
Olga,
is
keeping
blowing.
him
Yep. We
modest
shall
for us.
speak again.
Nicole,
Oh,
these
look.
names suck.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored
These
by a
what
camera.
suck?
These names.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
I mean, yeah, they're not great.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A
I am so
smokescreen?
lost.
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go. So we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see.
Aw.
Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years ago, they were responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain.
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
So she's
The
a double
passageway
agent?
ahead leads to a hangar. He'll
Okay.
be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No, even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Oh,
Right in the dick. Sharing is caring. What is that trophy?
okay, so I didn't realize she was a double agent in the... Because I thought she was on your side, but why did Snake have her... Why did Raiden get cut down?
That'll become clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, there's one thing they kind of do is actually explain everything that's happened.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh,
No.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Jack,
No,
is
you're
it
not.
true? what
No, they
Solidus
will.
said?
No.
Oh, you mean him?
It's unbelievable.
Rose. He's not
Tracking
all right.
Small
No.
children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was. But I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
The
It
president.
wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack.
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call
Last
it
Action
image
Hero.
training. They
Arnold
They built us
Schwarzenegger.
from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my god!
Wow, you remember a lot for not remembering anything.
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No. No.
This
What I
music.
hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me.
Not your monstrous baby
I
past.
didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married, but I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack. Please, don't say any more.
Oh,
Olga did say she was going to release us, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
where'd they take your onesie?
Snake's got it.
We'll get that eventually.
Yeah, Snake's got it.
This looks familiar, though.
Mm-hmm.
He must wax.
He must have.
Oh, it's like, you know, it's like those guys who are swimmers, you know?
Let's get the
like,
nerd. Hold on,
you
can I
got
save?
in the bodysuit to go fast in the water and aerodynamic.
Jack, I guess you need to save.
That's right, Rose.
Wow. She's never
I
broken
guess
the
you need to
fourth wall
save.
like that. Or hasn't broken the fourth wall like that in a while.
Nicole's like, cover the goods? Why? Yeah, I guess
Hang in there.
if you're naked in this crazy place, what is the point of even like covering
everyone's
yourself?
already. You were passed out and you woke up naked. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, who cares? But okay, there's the nerd. We have a map now. Hi, Colonel.
Raiden, do you copy? You must
You're
continue
naked.
your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate
hell?
Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Oh.
He almost ran right in front of him. Look how floppy his hair is.
Well, let's do it up there.
Such odd tattoos.
I love that. The beautiful man quote.
Oh god, yeah.
Kojima wanted us to make wanted me to make a beautiful man. I thought he was kidding,
He was
but
kidding.
but the more he talked about it, the more I realized he was serious. Uh-oh. Excuse me?
Oh damn, you just...
Wow. A naked guy just juked that guard.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
What the hell is going on?
I love this part! This is the part I had happen.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
I played this at 6 a.m. and it sort of freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, I was very sick playing this game.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's a camera. Shit.
Yeah, that's a guy in a camera.
See the dude. I'll wait for the camera to turn and wait for him to go. Alright. Alright, I'll be able to get back there. Yes?
Infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear.
Why does the ground look like electrified?
I
Has
was
that
gonna
always
say,
been
isn't
like that?
Yeah, it's always been like that in this room.
We're in the ascending colon.
Yeah, okay. Ever since we got into this Metal Gear, the ground's been like that. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't end it yet, Katie.
I thought it did.
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Remember that.
Anemone.
Anemone.
I was a North American fall webworm in my past life. Ah, those were the good old days. What were you in your former life?
Is this the virus?
Who's that in
What the hell?
Hmm.
You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Meryl. Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
That's a really good line read.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to bring this up in the mission.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
I think through that door is the end.
Is the virus we put in like messing with the nanobots or something? This is my guess. You don't have to say anything.
Okay.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are, The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose, what's going on?
Do you want to save?
No, Joe, wait.
I didn't. That was all.
Amazing.
Oh, I did it on purpose.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
We got all the good.
No, we didn't.
Dun 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 dun.
We didn't even get the scissors.
Yeah.
Where's my gear?
Right over there.
I didn't know that was gonna be right there. So.
The purple flapworm with the tuning fork.
That's all
where
that
I like
same
it.
one.
Everything you had when you were captured is still there.
I don't care. It's my favorite one.
I'll show them later. Got the gist of it.
Sorry about earlier.
Yeah.
I was just
had to
too good
use
at
you as
stealth, I
bait
guess.
To gain access to
I
Arsenal.
guess.
It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
Deal with it.
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
This is why we
Pants.
couldn't do skateboarding right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades.
Ow! You look so dumb!
Yep.
Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Shoot. What if we call Colonel now?
Variety level 7. Shoot down the space invaders. Training will have to be postponed if we are invaded by UFOs.
Let's see if we can get the one, Katie.
Yeah.
Snake, there's a fork in the conveyor belt. The machine is automatically sorting cargo according to some system. Take a good look at the device. Big boss here. Enter the track on the bridge to the right. Over.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even get the dancing Mei Ling.
Oh yeah, that one.
Program Idea Spy 2.5, Episode 1. New York. Here in the city where dreams come true and desires rule, something is being bought, sold, and thrown away, even as we speak. But behind the scenes of business as usual, the nefarious JE Corporation lines its already bloated coffers with profits from worthless products. As JE swindles yet another innocent into purchasing high-priced junk, the FBI mobilizes a top-secret task force to put a stop to the menace. Now, the city's best-kept secret spy is out there, briefed and ready to protect the people from JE, the catalog of conspiracy. Just call him 2.5.
That sounded like Junkers are from Snatcher, but
Yeah.
none of that fits into Snatcher besides Junker.
No.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, Naught's had, all's spent, where our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy, or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake.
All right, we'll do a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
President Baker should be somewhere to the south of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
There we go.
Snake. Remember what de Gaulle said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men.
Right in space.
Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
All right, well, last one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be trying to give yourself a bogus score using some ingenious trick, would you? That's just about as low as anyone could possibly stoop. I can't believe you sometimes.
Ugh, I'm glad we got at least one where he was like Skull Campbell.
That happens later anyways.
Does it happen again?
Yeah. We can't use our anything but the sword.
Yeah.
We can use that one,
At least
or...
for right now.
Is there a way to do...
Yeah, Skullface. Colonel's really Skullface, obviously.
Like I said, man, imagine Mads Mikkelsen doing Skullface's voice. God, that would have been so much better. No offense to the guy who did it, I just don't think he fit. Ooh! Ryan, you still there? You good?
Yeah.
You hanging with us? All right, I'm gonna do one more because we got close there.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
All right. Well, I feel like we're getting every other one.
Yeah.
Variety level 13.
Oh, this one.
Rescue Merrill, the return of Ginola.
That's right.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
No, I don't, Colonel. Mind your own business.
Communicator Entertainment Program, Idea Spy 2.5, Episode 1, New York.
Oh, we did this one? Okay.
Yeah, this one.
All right, well, we're getting repeats then. Sorry, Katie.
All I want.
Wait, why can't I go through here? Ready, Snake? Rose, you want to save?
Raiden loves Hanzo Steel.
Nicole says Mads deserves better.
Mads deserve. I mean,
Listen.
Skullface is kind of.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is a better game than Death Stranding, so... And he was in Death
man.
Stranding.
Oh, man.
I know, hot takes.
Hot takes.
But, I mean, then again, the story... Hey, buddy. How's it... Is he breathing in my face? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fogging up the lens. Alright, Snake. Can we go?
Try the other door.
Teach yourself how to handle the blade.
Oh, okay. Does he want me to do cool moves? Whoops, I did not mean to call him again.
Move the right stick.
Got it, Snake. Oh. Ooh!
Come on, time to go.
Come on, loser.
If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Ryan, you get infinite ammo with a headband
Snake.
in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Enjoy killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure.
Tark
Sometimes
said
it's hard to
something
tell
about
the
that
difference
earlier.
between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
There was that fan soundtrack thing.
Find something to believe in and find it for
And
yourself.
that was one of the quotes for it, so I kind of know it.
Believe in what?
That's your problem.
Snake's so good.
He doesn't care. Whatever you want it to believe in, bud.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you alright?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
There you go.
Snake trying to be inspirational is great. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Legends don't mean a lot.
Alright, you ready? Now we can do. Oh, we can shoot some people while they're not close.
Here.
Oh, hold on, Snake. Please help me, Snake. Yeah, Ryan, we're gonna have a decent conversation at the end of this game of what this game tries to do. I'm trying, Snake. I'm trying my best. Because it is such a fascinating game.
Oh, now there's other ninjas.
Yep.
But you're the best one.
Thanks, Snake. I really needed that, actually.
Catch.
What? What'd you throw? Oh. A loser.
Don't push yourself.
That wasn't. It didn't work the way Kojima wanted me to. Do you have infinite rations too, Snake? Because that'd be great. Just keep throwing them over to me.
He does.
Yeah, he does. Hold on, Snake. Let me grab your rations. Your beef stroganoff rations. You know, let's use the sword. Why not?
Yeah.
Now that they're close.
Use this.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Trying to do the circle slash. It did not work.
You should be able to block
There it is.
with the block, too.
I shot Snake.
Though you running around like that is goofy.
No, you can't shoot me.
Snake.
Ooh. It was sweet.
He's not gonna take that shit from you.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy!
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Oops. I guess he pushed me in there. Ah, the colon.
Ah, yes, the colon.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden!
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Joe entered the colon, says Teledan on Twitch. Oh no! Can I save again?
I was gonna say, what is this? The magic school bus and enters the colon?
That's such an innocent way to look at it.
I know.
What's Dad's joke? I missed it.
Dad's joke was, I just watched a documentary about beavers. It was the best damn show I ever saw.
That's pretty good.
Ugh.
I enjoyed that one.
That one's good.
Ready to go, Snake? Let's do it. Let's save Rose or whatever.
You know, Rose.
Is Rose even real? Ultra!
They're pretty cool. Hey, this isn't in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right at the end.
Snake's ass was sticking out there.
Right
like
at the
nuts.
right at the end. Yep. Oh wait, that's not my sword. I have my sword out.
I'm L1.
Snake, can you cover me while I refill my life real quick? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Great, we're good. That was nice of him. He didn't have to do that.
No, he didn't.
Well, hold on. I'll be all right once I kneel down for a second. Ah, shit, we lost.
No, it's fish and mail.
Emit. Continent. Fission mailed.
Vanishing point. It also said JW at the bottom. So think.
Here's the thing too. This came out in what do you call it? 2020, 2002. Like, this shit had not been really explored much.
No.
Like, the meta stuff and, information control, like, I don't know. Maybe in other media, but, like, not in video games.
No.
I'll keep my 1 health, my 1 HP for a little bit until I'm told otherwise. Oops, sorry. Get up. Oh, wow. Nicole says Raiden would be a shitty soldier in real life.
I mean,
she's
look
been
how
in the
he is
army,
right
so.
now.
Yay!
Yeah, it's your girl. She been crying.
Fortune.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can.
That's fair.
That's an odd logic.
Damn.
I mean, eventually you'll die of old age, you know. Not everyone has to die from a bullet, whatever.
You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
You don't have to be shot with a gun to die, but okay.
Can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
It's a weird thing to say.
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
I'm Miss David, a hater.
Don't look back, Raiden. Don't look back, Raiden. Don't look back, Raiden.
Oh, I'm so scared.
See, Kit says, see, Ryan, we don't need to play a snake. We can let him kill everything for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you think we'll play a snake in this game anymore?
No. I hope.
When did that sink in?
Watching how you fight.
When we woke up naked.
It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
What am I fighting for?
Surprise when Ocelot
Where are we?
S3 data.
We're
We
in the
went up
colon.
on the ladder and we're here?
We're in the colon.
Idea, though.
You were in the
Using
arsenal
fire
gear
to fight fire,
right now.
Creating the perfect assassin.
Yeah,
to
because look at the
retire
floor. It
Solid
says literally
Snake's
arsenal
brother.
gear on it.
I know, but where is
S3
this?
stands for
Where's the ladder we
Solid
came from?
Snake
Look at all those
Simulation.
hexagons.
It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake.
Quit flipping around, I'm trying to explain.
The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute, split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
Oh, the theory is called the womb? Okay.
Whoa, who's this dude? Oh.
No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
It sounded like Star Wars.
Yep.
Again, where are we? Are we outside?
Yeah, we know.
We're in Arsenal gear.
Yeah.
We're in a boss fight room.
Yes.
I mean, it's
get ready to
underwater.
fight 25 of these things.
Yep. I'm pretty sure you
One
can
down?
save.
Can I save? Well, I mean, we'll also get the checkpoint too.
Oh, that's true. You do have a checkpoint on this.
Like I said, the checkpoints in this game are pretty dang good.
Wait, did Snake just steal a boss away from us too?
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about Snake's involvement in this game because I think it's, again, it is fascinating. But yes, yes, let's say he did. We might not actually have to fight 25 of them. Depends on what difficulty we're on, I believe. I believe like the actual like hard difficulty is the whole 25. I think it's like 16 or something like that.
Yeah. I think. I don't remember. It's been years.
But I remember this actually not being too bad, just tedious. As you can see, they are not very mobile.
No, they kind of just stand there and shoot at you. It's more of... You just gotta watch out for their missiles, honestly.
I do believe we have...
Up there they go.
Can you sword him?
Maybe it could sword his feet.
Whoa, he shoots missiles from his knees.
Yep.
And leads, apparently.
There we go.
Oh, right in the face!
Yeah. I guess he's still alive?
Oh. I guess.
He's bleeding. That was the secret. Oh.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, come on.
Tark says I was wrong. This area is called the rectum.
Yeah, I thought it was something silly.
The other end.
The other hole.
Basically.
Ah, shit. They do give you a steady supply of ammunition and rations, though, for this. So.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they made it clear, these are production models, so they're a little weaker. A lot weaker.
Critical hit! Yeah, when you get them up here and then shoot them in the face, they die a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Except for this, like, oh no, he's dead.
Should be dead. There he goes, he's walking away. He's at it. I believe we're actually almost done. with the game after this. So.
Yeah, it's just like almost done.
Ow.
Did you just ice beam you?
What's that like? Water.
It's the water beam thing. Are we out of?
Raiden can't use the sword like that yet. He just got it. He can't cut them in half yet. He's a baby.
Yeah, not yet. He'll get there. He just got the sword. I need health immediately.
Yeah. I don't think they've dropped any yet.
Not yet.
Usually, when you shoot their knees, they drop it into.
That's what it seems like.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
I think you're bleeding too.
You're right. Well, that actually did not help.
Well, it gave you a little. It's keeping your health from going further down.
I'd really like another ration or something. Whoop. That's.
Watch out, watch out! No. Oh, thanks for getting back up, Raiden.
Raiden, respond. Raiden.
Yeah.
Raiden.
That's okay.
Fusion mailed.
Alright, so I think the best way to handle this is actually something that I wasn't really doing from the start, which is going for the knees first.
And I think he'll like jump up since you've done that.
Yeah.
I wanted to try to doodle this before the end.
Oh, what's happening right now?
No. It's not the best, but it got it.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh. Maybe we'll just tank it.
I do think, like, if it's like mouth is open.
Yeah. There we go.
I do like how they take turns.
Yeah, they're nice about it.
Yeah. Raiden's voice actor does Silver the Hedgehog too?
Yes,
Quentin
he does.
Flynn?
Quentin Flynn does Silver the Hedgehog.
I didn't realize that!
Yep. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. Wait, what? Ooh. What?
Oh, man.
That was dumb.
That one had it in for you.
And
there
a
you go.
ration.
And a ration.
Let's wait for you to do something. Okay, good.
Boom. Oh, that's the other.
Yep.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Yep, that's why I'm running.
Got My side commentary going on. Uh-oh. Oh no. Watch out. Well, while you're fighting this, I'm gonna grab some limoncello really quick.
That is fine.
Wow.
That was good. How are we doing on that? Okay, we got 31 still.
I don't even think he's the one. Oh, he's the one. It's good that that knee thing stuns at that whatever they do, actually.
We might just be able to... Yeah, let's do the knee thing again. So yeah, there's like a rhythm to it, I guess. Once you get it down, it gets a little better, but... Oh. I was trying. Whoa, get up! Ah, shit. Oh my god. No! Oh shit!
The knee cannons.
Oh, there's another
the knee
ration
missiles
there.
are the worst.
She made it to the beast.
Nah.
So when does the rock music kick in and you do a finisher with the sword? Says Kit.
Yeah, honestly, this fight right now makes the beginning of that game so much more satisfying.
Oh yeah.
We'll get there eventually. That's after 4 though, so it's gonna be a little bit. Oh, that counted good.
The Metal Gear series, The Path of Raiden. We just play all the games with Raiden in it. Ryan, did you see the picture I sent?
Oh no.
It's in the Discord chat. It's Joe's part of Joe's request.
Joe's request. Joe's request was a lot.
I couldn't remember everything.
It's fine.
I got a good amount, I think.
Yeah. I didn't actually get to go. Look at it.
Oh, I know you're fighting. It's fine. I can add more.
Wait for these. Okay, that's good. I missed.
I do like also, like, it shows you how many more robots you have that are standing. Oh, I thought they did. Or maybe it doesn't. I lied.
K's is me. I love that we've had 2 people today saying this is one of their favorite games, so yeah. No Ray Jose is the achievement. Oh.
It's no use!
Oh my god.
God, Raiden gives up so quickly.
So quickly, he took out 12 of them. That's fair.
I know, but he was still going good.
So you decided to show yourself.
do this. They'll know.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family. I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
He's just doing a show off at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Live! You have to.
Oh. Oh god. I think she's dead.
Yes.
Enjoy the show, Jack.
It was pretty cool.
Where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI, GW, it's out of control.
What?
Thanks for helping, Raiden. He doesn't watch.
I mean, he did kind of just sit there and go like,
There's a rocket launcher.
shit. I mean, I feel like that would freak me out.
Cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Yeah.
Arsenal.exe is not responding.
Stupid machines!
All she did was move it to a different folder.
Yeah, right? I miss Metal Gear.
Me too.
Just like...
Damn the Patriots!
Well, he's got a nice little hair flip at the front. Aw.
Yeah.
Little baby.
Whoa, that got a lot longer than it should have been.
You still have
It's like Stretch Armstrong.
I've captured Snake.
Yeah, good job.
Snake?
He seduced her, really.
Bring him in.
Oh. At least when you pass out, can you close your eyes?
I have to run to the back. I've had to pee so bad.
I thought
So
you
I'm gonna-
won already.
Yeah, me too.
I did.
Oh,
but I
let's take
opened up
it.
I opened up a second beer. So, anyways, I'll be right back before I continue.
That's fine.
But yes, Kazizme, we'll be not every weekend. After this game, we'll be moving on to, I think we got another game after this, but we do plan to play every one of these. I don't know about 5, but at least 3 and 4 for sure, and probably Peace Walker.
Peace Walker. I'll totally play Peace Walker with you.
Because Katie.
I want to play again. I love that game.
Did you beat it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I've beaten most of them. Keys? Okay. What do you call it? I've beaten this. I've actually never played all the way through the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have like the original PS1 one that I. Oh, thanks for following.
Yay, thank you. Okay.
What do you call it? I started Twin Snakes. I started the original one. I never finished either of those. But I did then Joe, this is how I got into Metal Gear. I watched Joe play through Twin Snakes. And then Joe got Metal Gear 3. And he played up until a certain point and just stopped. But I wanted to see more of what was happening. And he's like, why don't you just play it yourself? I'm like, I can't play these games. I tried it anyway, and I loved Metal Gear 3. Like, I loved Metal Gear 3. So that's when I went back and I actually found Substance at GameStop. And so I bought Substance. That's when I played Metal Gear 2. And then 4 came out.
That's what this one's called? Substance?
No, Substance was like the second release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Substance was the second release of Metal Gear 2, which had the skateboarding thing and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, Keys. So I've played the first one, Twin Snakes. I've played through half and seen the other half of the third one. I've never seen this one or any other Metal Gear games.
Yep. Which is why I was like, oh man. You've seen a little bit of 3, you said, right?
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Oh, but then I have Peace Walker and I have Portable
the
Ops
Arsenal
too.
AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Wasn't him.
Hey, you're outside now, Ryan, so...
He has your sword!
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son!
Thanks, Daddy. You have to, like, hold your breath
I
or
am
something.
doing it! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! I promise you I'm doing it. I think you're just supposed to lose your oxygen there anyways.
You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Oh?
Dude, Snake doesn't care about Raiden.
What do you mean?
Ryan's kind of a pawn.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my
We'll
own.
watch the cutscenes from 5 or
Planning
something.
to hijack Arsenal?
Or cheat
You
engine
were
it
going
or
to
something.
screw me over, weren't you?
Some stuff.
Who
There's some
talked?
stuff that's really fun
Ocelot?
inside.
Yeah.
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots.
Oh?
They were planning to
Tom
extend
Brady,
their control to
Wes
digital
Welker.
information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they
Bill
want to
Belichick.
filter out is contained in GW. including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wise
Wes
Men's
Welker's an old
Committee.
one. That doesn't even. it's not
And
even
once
relevant.
you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one. While we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
Oh?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
It's like, who the hell was that?
Yeah.
What exactly do you
Oh.
find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project.
I mean, he's a meaty
Think
boy
this
and
little
all, but
terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
I mean, it's pretty
Aims at the
obvious.
President's deaths.
it was
The
pretty obvious.
ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Did you
Aim's
really
own
believe?
nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxtie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it, too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
How did he jump up there? Sorry, Ryan. Fortune was kind of, you know. What a tease.
Yeah. It's disappointing.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then?
Oh shit.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
Is she Jubilee? Gonna shoot out fireworks?
Your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
Looks like there's some magic in that old silk hat.
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Aw.
Aw.
I like her.
Damn!
Yeah.
Try this instead.
Brothers! Liquid! I've been waiting for this!
Wait, did he cut his hair?
It can't be.
No, it was back there. I
It
think.
wasn't loose.
No, he just took off his
I've been
ponytail.
inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
We know.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriots spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all...
What?
You're my brother!
Oh, okay.
I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I
at
go, I
that
have a
meaty
family
arm.
matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
Dude, it's not you.
Time to say goodbye!
Yep, I absolutely love the Cam Clark takes over.
Oh, I know. I'm so glad they bring him back for this.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
How does that mean?
What?
This is almost obscene.
Yes!
What? Liquid! Stop this thing!
Solid Snake's so cool!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
How would you be able to tell in that big ass thing? Yeah!
There he goes!
Just swims after a fucking Metal Gear.
What a dork.
Oh yeah, Raiden's here too.
Yeah.
It was just a night. brotherly reunion, and then Raiden is.
And then Raiden.
We are the Raiden in the We're just sitting there watching this all go down.
Yeah. It'll be fun to talk about what this game could have been, too. My boy Snakes OPs. You doggy paddle your way after that Ray, sure.
Doggy paddle.
What, did you just crash into New York?
I mean, that was the plan all along. Kind of.
Plan was... I thought to bomb it.
I mean, bomb it. You destroyed a good thing of it.
Federal Hall.
Oh, if only it was clapping.
What are you laughing at?
I know, right?
I'm gonna rob a bank.
What day it is today?
Oh my god, today!
April 30th?
Tax day?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want.
It's you.
What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life
Sex is what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, God.
That's how it works.
The hanky-panky.
But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort.
Jeez.
When the torch is passed on from parent to child,
Ego
it
much?
extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well.
This was the other quote.
All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory.
He was already the president of the United States. He's in history.
I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy.
Yeah, he was
my
written
mark
out.
in history.
That was part of the
Patriots
problem.
will deny us even that.
Whatever.
I will triumph
Live
over the
with it.
Patriots.
I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's why.
And we
Deal
will
with it,
become
dude.
the Sons of Liberty.
Hey, that's the name of the game!
Wow.
Are we gonna talk on the radio?
Oh, hey,
this thing.
Raiden,
All
are
right,
you
this
receiving?
is-
We're still
Buckle
here.
in.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation
Sounds like the
exists,
bass and music
so
in the
will
background.
we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later
Yeah, this game is
generations.
Odyssey in
A small
2020.
percentage of the whole was selected and processed,
Yep.
then passed
Yes, it
on.
is.
Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means.
Snooky, come on now.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
I mean, they already got rid of Vine, Joe. They already got rid of Vine.
That's true. That's true. The Patriots got rid of
Your
Vine.
incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that it would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking
Solid
for
is just
another,
watching
more
him like lose his
convenient
mind.
Yeah, I know, right?
in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Yeah, that's fair.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
Oh, okay.
What?
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW is still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it.
It's a little weird he kept jumping off the bridge, but you know.
I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention
Olga's not even
the
real.
death of Rose.
No, Olga is real.
Olga's real.
Rose, does she?
Olga died right in front of us.
Of
Rose
course
is
I do,
real.
Jack. You have to believe.
Damn!
It will
Believe
be a
with the
fight
lie
to the death.
capitalized.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider
Put
the
your turnout back on me.
exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriots' creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
My son.
You alright, buddy? You've been kind of standing there with
My
some
clone brothers and
doughy
I are
eyes.
monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Just throwing that out there for you.
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
My dick! Oh. Whew.
Did they explain why the president crotch grabbed him yet?
No. I'll tell you that later.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces.
You
inside
are one of them.
You. What? The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Brace yourself.
Here we go.
All right.
Ninja time!
I do not have any rations.
No, you used up all that.
Oh, there's one. Doing great.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I've got a lot of shit on my mind all of a sudden. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
So before lock-ons.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm doing great. All we have is the blade, so.
Yep.
While you were out partying Solidus, I was studying the blade.
I was practicing the blade.
Having only the blade does make me feel a little better, because then it means like, oh, this was balanced just for that. Oop.
Let's go.
So Ryan, what do you think so far?
So, Solid Dust is a third clone of Snake, Big Boss.
Yep.
And they say he's the most perfect one.
Yes.
But he's evil.
Well, it kind of depends, but it's more just like DNA-wise, he's the most perfect one.
Yeah, most perfect replication.
Yeah, whereas like Solid and Liquid were both like, what, Solid
had all the, what do you call it? All the recessive genes, right?
Yeah.
And Liquid, or wait, maybe it's the other way around. I never remember.
Liquid was actually the one that had the right genes, which was the twist at the end, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Solid had like all the bad genes, I guess you could say, the wanted ones or whatever.
Yeah.
But it turns out that he became a better person.
Yeah.
And so Raiden is not a clone of anyone, but went through training to see that you can make a good soldier via VR, almost, really.
VR or like simulated experiences, just like Shadow Moses. Ugh.
Yeah, this whole thing was a simulated experience set up by
the Patriots.
But it's not simulated. Like, this is real,
I
but
mean,
it's
like,
set
not-
up to be a simulator. Because
it's not simulated as in like VR simulated. It's simulated as in they are controlling.
yeah, they're planning on what's going to happen to Raiden, and they're going to use it for future actual VR and simulations to get better soldiers.
Yes.
So if you win, you prove the project's working.
Yep.
Is that the best you could do?
But if you lose, Olga's hit dies.
Yep. Which
Who cares about that?
We should.
We care.
She's great.
She is great.
We'll see her in a later game.
Okay. But I mean, overall, I mean, if you die, you lose the game. Too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to die.
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Can you
throw me another ration, dude?
No, he's got to Hulk out.
Oh, bye, Doc Ock.
Yeah.
More missile arms. We can still do this though.
Let's go.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you are.
You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model is
Just your eyes? Oh my god! They turned all white and creepy!
Both of
I
these
didn't
are the
actually.
same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name,
There they are.
Ryan 2, comes from the Japanese Navy's
Oh, wow,
name
yeah,
for one
yeah.
of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the
Actually,
battlefield.
Nicole dipped out.
Just pawns in a game. Exactly.
Oh, did she?
And a
Aw.
weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
I told her, I'm like, oh, what the foo?
That was bull.
Yeah.
I told her, I'm like, you're missing, like, Ocelot's being controlled by his arm and has a different voice actor now. She's like, oh my god.
Ready to give up, Jack?
Like, come on.
You found out everything was a simulation.
Yep.
You found like your life wasn't even real.
Yeah, like this kid's entire life was like a simulation.
His entire life has been his entire life has been controlled by someone else.
By AI at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
I can't roll like Snake can, so...
No.
Shit. There's another, shit. Oh no!
Maybe if he didn't have that suit on, I'd see more of a Big Boss resemblance.
Yeah, I mean, he also he's aged because he's a clone. That's why he looks so old.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're like, clones don't last as long and you age faster and die quicker, but why does Snake still look like Snake?
Because they're different clones. They were created differently.
I don't know.
That's the reason they give.
Even though he's the perfect clone, but he died.
He's the exact. It's not that he's like the perfect clone. I think he's the exact replica. They didn't mess around with the DNA. He was the exact replica.
And that's what they were trying to do for Big Boss, like create the replica. And I guess this is a new thing where they're trying to create a simulation, as being like, we don't have to clone this one guy. We can just make a simulation and, make it out of normal people.
I mean, genome soldiers were all they were all injected as DNA or whatever.
Yeah, something, they were genome training or whatever.
Yeah. Either way, they were genetically modified soldiers that were supposed to, have some sort of, I don't know, I guess that's supposed to help them become better soldiers, like Snake or some shit.
Not genome.
The genome?
Genome was, they didn't really know about Solid Snake at that point.
Take this.
No, not Solid Snake.
I
meant Big Boss.
And that's why I like the third one a lot too, because you're actually Big Boss.
Yeah, you get to live the legend sort of thing.
Big Boss before Big Boss.
That they've been building up in these...
That could have been deadly.
The Boss is the best character,
The Boss? Yeah.
The Boss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I really like her. I think she's my favorite villain in that game. Like, out of the enemies you fight.
Villain is such an interesting word for her.
I know, right?
Antagonist?
That's kind of the point, though, I guess.
Yeah. I really wish, Kojima could have made that extra game.
Can you wait till the fire goes out? Thank you. Alright, is this gonna... We're not gonna have another conversation here, right?
He's gonna go, super fighter again, though.
No conversation. I don't know about that.
Can you actually block him?
I should try, huh?
I don't know, I'm just curious. He's blocking you.
Oh, you're bleeding.
Do you have another... Do you have a ration?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I mean, that's really cool, dude, but...
Is that the best you can do?
You're the one who's zooming all over the place. Come on. Oh, there you go.
We would probably get more insight from the Sorrow Keys if if we had that boss game. Like he said he would have loved to make a boss game, and that just sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah.
But Konami.
Ooh. He should have decapitated him.
Then you can't get the last words out
Yeah,
of
then
him.
you don't get him.
He's talked enough.
His monologue. That's the
I
game.
still like how he's just literally like wearing fishnets under that.
Yep.
It's carbon fiber.
Whatever, they're fishnets. Look at that shit.
So this fight was supposed to happen in between the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
But, well...
No, they just made it at the Federal Reserve.
Mm-hmm. There's also supposed to be like a boss battle with like sharks.
Oh my gosh, can this guy just die?
He will, don't worry.
Oh, he's like, oh, GW! Get it to Washington. What did GW stand for?
Nothing really besides George Washington. Like the whole point.
I know. Whenever I heard it in my head, I'm just like, oh, they're just George Washington.
Yeah. They called it that because of America and Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
I mean, shouldn't there be like a lot of New Yorkers around here right now? Being like, what the hell's going on? And seeing their ex-president dead on the George Washington Federal Reserve?
He's hiding behind it.
How do you get down here?
He's a ninja now.
Wow, why are there dog tags out?
Mm-hmm.
There's your New Yorkers.
Yeah.
All right, shove over. Show's over.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have.
Aw, I thought he was going to give him a big
hug.
hug.
Are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
Did you really swim after that Metal Gear?
How'd you get here anyway? Right after that. Reality. Most of what they call real.
He probably realized he couldn't actually swim after the
swam to shore after that.
What you think you see
Bad idea.
isn't as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then
And it probably
What am I
took him
supposed
that
to
long to
believe
swim
in?
to shore, because dear Lord, they were not
what am I
that
going to leave
close.
behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about
Otacon picked him up.
having faith.
Yeah, maybe.
What we had faith in. What we found important
New
enough
York.
to fight for. It's not whether you were right or
New
wrong,
York, like
but
20
how
years
much faith
ago.
you were willing to have.
New
that
York,
decides
New
the
York.
future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it.
We're all
Always
fiction.
cheating.
Don't obsess over words so much.
We all
But
live in a
find the meaning
simulacrum.
behind the
Oh,
words,
Toys
then
R Us.
decide. You can
I
find
know.
your own name
A relic of the past.
and your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours.
We're from the
And what you
Chicagoland
decide
area.
to do with them
Keys.
is your choice.
I've been to New York
Start over?
once, and it was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
The clean slate.
I
a new
never
name,
know.
new memories.
Brooklyn was better, but New York was cool.
Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.
Those beautiful asses just there.
What is that?
Those cheeks. Dear
Oh.
Lord.
Oh,
Oh, yep.
Dog tags.
hey, nice ass.
And his ass.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before.
Wait.
I'll pick my own name. And my own life. I'll find
Never
something
heard the
worth
name
passing
before.
on.
It was around your neck. That just hit the New Yorker.
Hey, I'm walking here.
It smacks George Sears in the
Taught me
face.
some good things too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for
I
it.
can only imagine what's going through those men's, like the men or the policemen's heads as they see like the ridiculous outfit he's wearing.
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on
And it was an old president.
As long as you keep yourself alive.
America's
To
ass.
me, to me,
keys.
it's just like, what if we saw Obama there or something?
I know, right?
What the hell?
Yeah, he's like dead on the other side of the statue.
Did he head for the
Yeah,
Patriots?
that's what it is.
But I have a feeling they gave
It
also
is.
a bogus location to begin with.
I guess it would be
Cheer
more
up. We
comparable
have a
to
better
like
lead.
somebody who actually got.
This contains the list of all the
Oh,
Patriots.
I guess he actually
But
finished
Ocelot
his.
took it.
Yeah, he
The one
did.
we gave you wasn't the real
Yeah.
thing.
What?
George W.
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific
Oh my
part
God,
of GW,
Snake.
namely the information about the Patriots' identity.
He
Which
is like
means that
standing
there's a
so far
parameter
apart
coded in
right
here
now.
That defines what that information is.
I
Like
get it.
his legs are.
Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Oh, apparently you can see Vamp around here somewhere.
Oh, that's right. He's in the background, just like walking or something.
Yeah, he's just like staring at him. I don't think you can control the camera yet, can you?
I can zoom in and stuff. That's about it, though.
Okay.
Oh,
She is real.
Yeah, she is real.
much to Ryan's dismay.
They've let her go.
Oh, he's got those ninja feet.
Yeah, he does.
I know he has it later.
Nice.
She has a level 6 key or something.
Hi,
I could
Rose.
have given this to you from the start. I forgot.
Your job's not over yet.
She looks so tired.
Yeah, she does.
Really?
There you go. Oh, that's looks like.
What's wrong?
Oh, there
There's
he
Vamp.
was.
There he is.
Yeah.
Nothing. Can I ask you
If
something?
I remember, I'll zoom in on the
Who
on
am
the
I
VOD.
really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
It's still there.
Yeah, he is. Good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Well, then again, it's
See
New
me for
York,
what I am, okay?
and he's wearing cuffs. People probably just think he's some weird S&M guy.
Yeah, with a samurai sword on his back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was true too?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'm pregnant.
What about the thing that the colonel said? That that someone came
you
out of her
remember
room
this
looking
place?
intimate.
No, that
No,
I
that
don't
was, that was,
know.
I think, just trying to
This is where we first met.
Oh,
I remember now.
put him on tilt.
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Oh. Alright. God.
Yep.
That was it.
What's funny is they actually talk about the day they met,
Yes!
and
That's not funny!
and he was and he wasn't
So-
like and he wasn't just like, oh wait, the
Think I
third
found
right,
something to
okay.
pass along to the future.
What?
Oh, he's so dense.
He
He has
said
brain
all
damage.
living
This guy
things
has
want
major
their
brain
genes to
damage.
live
He's got a
on.
lot of
He's
issues to
He's
work
been through a
out.
lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does
The
Rose want to
genes
stay
are
with
the
him? She
only
also
thing you
admitted
pass
to just
on.
being a
There
spy.
are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
god!
I don't think those people are right in front of the building right now.
No.
I stare at the
That's Metal Gear Solid 2.
Alright, so literally, the whole point of that game was to find out what April 30th meant.
What am I?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's all I took from it. That's my takeaway.
Oh no.
That was something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, they pile it on there, huh?
Right at the end, man.
Yep. They talk it. Yeah, when you're about to fight Solidus, that whole conversation is just like, and I think it was mentioned in chat, being like, this is some shit in 2020, huh? And this was this game's almost 20 years old. Like this was like ahead of the curve in a lot of ways, not just for like the meta shit and that sort of conversation. The understanding of knowledge manipulate or information manipulation and stuff like that. But like,
I mean, it's kind of just building off of propaganda in general to begin with, but yeah.
the meta of it and like the handling of that is just such it's just fascinating. You're basically playing a backseat game. Solid Snake is having his own adventure. He's doing his thing. You are a step behind the entire game, and you are he's doing way cooler shit than you are, and it's just a bold choice for a video game.
Yeah, not even at the end. Like, he doesn't even say goodbye.
Nope.
He left us. He left us. He just leaves, and you're just like, oh. I guess what else would you? I mean, Otacon. I mean, Raiden did not get the Otacon treatment.
No. And he was never going to.
He never will, apparently.
No. Raiden's got his own path.
He does have his own path.
He does.
Yeah. Which we'll see in 4 when we get to it. But we do have another game. I guess next week at this point, right?
Oh. Show my picture.
Yeah, we'll show you a picture. I actually got it ready.
I tried to remember what you said.
So there's Raiden hanging from the what do you call it? Hanging from the
bars or
the railing. The guard kicks you, and then there's Solidus and Vamp in the area under there, also trying to get you.
And the seagulls.
Yeah, I have a seagull.
You started just piling things on there. I'm like, wow.
I couldn't remember what else you wanted on it.
I think there was something more.
I think I wanted Ray coming to bite him from below.
Oh yeah. Ray!
But it's fine.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm like, I have to draw a Harrier somehow. I'll just have it sticking out from the side of the
Like, you didn't even really kill a Metal Gear.
We killed like 10 of them.
Like, those are prototype gears. Like, yeah, you gotta kill like 5 or half dozen of them or whatever, but
Ryan did some stuff. Like, it didn't do nothing, but
no.
It's just like I said, it was just super cool to be like. It's super cool now to see it. At the time, I was very disappointed. I was like, "What? You're not Snake at all in this game?" And you kept asking, like, "Okay, when do we go to Snake?" And Katie kept being like, "Oh, you sweet, sweet child."
You sweet summer child.
Because yes, that is the mindset you have coming into this. You're like, "Fuck, wait, this is Metal Gear. It's Snake, the guy, you know."
I think this one. I feel like this one was a major story setup for 4 and 5.
4.
Does it? For 4? Because obviously not 3. because I know what 3's about. But
Yeah, for 4, for
5
sure.
is a continuation of Peace Walker, which is a continuation of 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 is very much a continuation of this.
Which if you think about it, it wasn't even planned to go that far.
This was supposed to be the last one.
like last Metal Gear ever?
Yeah, technically each one was supposed to be the last one, but yeah.
This. You want to end on this note?
Yeah. Well, because it's like I said, it's very meta. It's very much asking like police knots. Oh, that's right. They did have a thing with police knots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Babble.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say?
I ended. This is the game he wanted to end on. Like I feel like there's unanswered questions and.
Oh yeah.
Why
Sure.
end?
Well, it's kind of like Snake is gonna go do his thing. Ryan is now with Rose with child. So this could be a stopping point.
He could just find his own way to go. He doesn't have to keep fighting.
I feel like every Metal Gear is like a multiplication of the last one, where they open up all these threads and stuff, or new threads.
Yeah.
Because boy, 4 is.
Oh, they did. Blue Point did this.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That
Duh! It was the remake or the.
They did the
HD thing.
What year does 4 take place in then? Because this is supposed to be like 2007. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's 2014. I looked that up earlier, or a couple sessions ago. I think it was
So like 7 years later.
Yeah. Because I think we realized that Revengeance, I think, was 2017.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Or 2015, I feel like was the right. I don't know.
Year timeline.
So we will eventually go to Metal Gear Solid 3, but I think next Saturday we'll be starting Dino Crisis.
Yes.
And then we'll move on to 3 after that. I think there's still some monologuing at the end.
Oh yeah, you have the secret.
Yeah, we're not even done yet.
Mm-mm.
I'm done playing, but...
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever,
like
but
squirrels.
we still have the responsibility to
Like
leave
squirrels.
what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Oh. Thanks, Snake.
Yeah. You need a little bit of closure.
Yeah, I'm glad the last words I heard were from David Hayter.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
How is this supposed to be the last game? Seriously. At least we got some like clue on the actual important mission that was going on.
Yeah.
With Snake here at the end.
Look, I only died 35 times.
You saved more than you died. I guess that's good. You died. You continued. Yeah. Alerts. Less alerts. Nice.
Really, 35? It seems like a lot.
Well, you fell off.
At least like
a lot.
7 times.
You
like 7 times, like 3
No.
sessions in a row.
I'm an elephant.
What's an elephant? Oh, it doesn't actually tell you.
I'm a cut above
Apparently
the
it's
rest.
good because you got a cut above. So, and you got a haircut.
That's right. So we can end this with
I still just feel very.
You gotta let this one sit for a bit. This one you gotta think about.
Very open-ended. I don't feel like I had closure.
There is no closure in this.
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
at all.
2014 was Guns of the Patriots.
Gotcha.
Like I felt like I had closure in Twin Snakes. Like, you know, you rode off into the sunset with Otacon or Meryl. Or into the Alaskan wilderness. Like your job was done. Yay! This one I felt like, oh, I guess we're done now.
They do leave it very, very open-ended.
I mean, yeah, you killed Solidus, but Otacon was definitely the like. You need to go after Otacon. What the heck happened to him? We saw Snake dive after him.
Ocelot?
Into, yeah, Ocelot.
Yeah.
We saw Snake dive after him in like the ocean, and then what? Like 10, 15 minutes later, he's in Manhattan.
I mean, that I think is. You'll never get an explanation for that, but.
Well, no,
Yeah, I
still,
don't think-
but yeah, we could blame Otacon for that, or the help of Otacon. I'm sad that Emma died.
Yeah. Emma was good.
I didn't. Yeah.
Emma was good. Elba was good. Actually, all the girls in this were pretty good.
Yeah, but they killed a lot of them.
Yeah, they did.
Actually, was there a female that survived?
Rose.
Yeah, forgot about her.
So let's chat a little bit. Whilst
The awesome music in the background.
Vamp
we-
is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Ocelot is definitely a baddie. Or Liquid isn't.
It was all a trick.
It's all Liquid. Still. Liquid is like some supernatural genetic force that you can't be messing with.
So the nanomachines in his arm have taken over Ocelot's brain.
How come I'm still seeing the intro
Oh, hold
and
on.
what you're streaming to us?
Because I... There you go.
Wait. You couldn't play this because he had a sword?
Yep. Does it all make sense now?
Nothing in this game makes sense.
I think a lot of people, as much as it was confusing and whatever, I think it also, I don't know, I feel like in the end, it made the series a lot more exciting because there was more, it made it where you can see like, oh shit, this is just one part of the story. There's so much more to come.
Yeah, it was more than just like
if there isn't anything more to come, then, you know,
more than just like a stealth game that had, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
like Metal Gear 1 was still pretty crazy, like.
oh no, it's nuts. That's what got me into the series in the first place.
I got unique.
Now I really want 3, but I do want us to play Dino Crisis.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to do 3 and just continue the series, we could totally do that.
3 is so good. 3 hurts my heart.
We have more. We're not stopping streaming anytime soon, so we can get to Dino Crisis if you want to do that. But Dino Crisis is also only like 7 or 8 hours, so.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, it's a short one. What do we have on Thursdays right now?
Assault Spy.
Why am I blanking?
And then Barkley.
Having Barkley on my birthday would be cool, but I'm thinking maybe on my birthday we could do Dino Crisis.
Is Barkley... Oh, is that a Thursday?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
I mean, Barkley would be fun on my birthday.
Yeah, I'll let you think about it.
Yeah.
We're high on Metal Gear right now, so...
I know. I miss the series so much. I miss it.
But yes, Ryan, I did not want you to see that he had a sword yet.
Okay, so I've seen a bit of 5. Just the intro, though. Didn't Sean Bean do something in Metal Gear 5?
Sean Bean?
Sean Bean, no. Kiefer Sutherland is Snake in that.
Yeah.
So I saw the beginning of 5 where he's in a hospital.
Yeah.
And they escape from the hospital. And
yeah, it's a really good scene.
Crazy dude on fire.
Yeah, it's a really good scene.
And after that, I haven't seen anything.
The visuals in that game are amazing.
Because after that, the Let's Play I was watching it, I felt like I was just watching this guy like trank people and send them up in a parachute.
Yep.
So I stopped.
That is the majority of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped watching it because I didn't know when the like cutscenes would come in, and
there's not a lot.
It put me to sleep a lot.
There's not a lot of cutscenes in that game, and that it was a big complaint, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Especially for people expecting a Metal Gear game. I do enjoy the end twist of that game a lot.
Yeah.
But I understand people not loving that game, at least for the story side of it. It's one of the best playing action games I've ever played.
It's a lot of fun to play. Like, it's a lot of fun to play. Like, even if, the story is kind of... it's not finished.
It's not finished.
You can tell it's not finished.
You can tell this one wasn't finished either. Too?
This one was kind of...
You can tell this one.
You can tell this one was rushed.
But it's more like animation stuff. Like a lot of the cutscenes jumping to, jumping to the whole,
the codec.
Codecs. And then covering of like mouths you'll notice in this one a lot. Things like that. Mistake. I
guess they're supposed to be there?
Have to do the other one first. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know. 2 is such a it's an interesting game. It is by far not my favorite of the series, but I love it. I do love it. There we go.
I love it for its dorky little doofy lead and...
I don't want to say by far. I mean, they're all really good. But...
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't like the relationship between Jack and Rose. They just seem like that.
Oh, it's so perfect. it's
just like, oh my god. And then she's like, oh, I'm pregnant. So it's like, oh, great. I'm sure
they both definitely have issues, but the thing is, I think they're all like, what do you call it?
Nope.
They know that, so
yeah, they admitted each other's issues at the end, and Jack is just. Also, he's a psycho. That one line where he's like, "I enjoy killing," or like, "I kind of enjoy it." Like that one line. From then on, I'm just like, this dude's crazy. like legitimately, like if he was not here doing spy shit, he'd be like a serial murderer somewhere.
I mean, you heard about his past too, so like,
yeah,
you don't grow out of
that makes sense. He had a really effed up, childhood, so that makes sense. And yeah, he kind of has to be watched because if he's let loose, he'll probably be a serial killer. I swear.
He needs therapy, is what he needs.
Yeah, or he could just keep killing people because that's what he's good at.
Oh, revengeance.
Yep, we'll get to that eventually. But either way, did you enjoy this, Ryan?
Yeah.
He is called Jack the Ripper. We'll swap back.
I don't know why Rose wants to stay with him. Like, he's got major issues going on, and he's not really nice.
That whole pregnant thing is like, I don't know. The way they do that is, I think it's super creepy. Like the arm pregnant, like fuck, dude.
Yeah. And then for that to be actually like true, I'm just like, oh god. Why did you tell him in the middle of a mission? Why was any of their relationship stuff happening in the middle of a mission?
Patriots.
I think also part of it.
Another thing that might have turned me off about the game too was like, why are we having a boyfriend-girlfriend discussion in the middle of Metal
Like
Gear?
I said, I do think I thought I read something that Kojima was going through a relationship at the time when he was writing this.
I feel like part of it. I feel like part of it is also because maybe she wanted him to know, like, he was or she was a spy and blah 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 blah. Like at the beginning, he's like, "Why the hell are you here? You don't do this." And
yeah, there's a lot of little hints to this happening along the way. Like the whole him calling this, that's not a part of the simulation or whatever, and things like that. I think is cool.
I was always like, when Colonel kept saying simulation, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
I thought during a part of it, I almost thought like at the end of it, Raiden or Snake was gonna wake up in a VR or something like that.
Your role, or oh look at that.
Yep.
They changed the title screen. When he was like, your role, I mean mission, like, he's not even subtle about it. It's stuff like that, like, going back a second time, you start noticing a lot of little things like that, but... we've been going for about 4.5 hours, so I think that's...
Oh, damn.
Pretty good time to stop. Ryan, I hope you learned something about the S3 program.
I wasn't taking notes.
That's okay. Many hours, says Teledan. Yep. We'll be back next week with Dino Crisis, I think. Unless Katie changes her mind.
I'm debating.
We'll keep you all posted during the week. But I know for sure on Tuesday we have Pokemon Omega Ruby. And
We're
then,
almost done with that.
Yeah. I think probably depends if we do the end game or the after game. We'll see. And then we have Assault Spy on Thursday. So we'll keep you all posted on what's coming up next. Hello, Opposite Melodies. We are just signing off.
We were just finishing.
But I am well. How's it going with you? I'm well because I just beat Metal Gear Solid 2, and that game throws you for a loop. Right, Ryan?
I have no idea.
Would you think that game is a
dud?
Or would you think more when you saw this game next time? Would you think this?
Oh, banana.
No. Not my favorite.
Okay. That's okay. That's about where I stand too, so. but it is super cool for someone to experience it the first time, so I'm glad he got to do that.
Yeah, I'm glad I have seen it because I do want to see all the rest of the Metal Gear games and everything, and yeah, enjoy them.
Yeah, I'll probably split this up because this is a big video. This will be 4
It is a big video.
Yeah, so cool. All right, that's gonna be it. Katie and Ryan, thank you for joining. See y'all Tuesday for Pokemon, and then we'll keep going with Metal Gear at some point soon. Not too long. We are not going to stay away from this series too long.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.